Fire, flood, wind, mold spores, maybe even a busted pipe. These are things that when they do happen to your home or your business, they can cause massive amounts of damage. But not only that, it really makes you feel like your life has been put on hold. And when you do need someone to fix that, you need someone you trust and people that can get it done as fast as possible. And I am with the answer to those sorts of problems. This is Ron Cox with the Coastal Restoration Group.
Thank you, Kristen. We're extremely excited to have this opportunity to tell you about Coastal Restoration Group. We're general contractors specializing in property restoration for fire, water, wind, and mold. And we can restore or rebuild any type of disaster that may have occurred to your property. I'm here today to show you the latest and greatest technology and behind-the-scene preparation that we believe makes Coastal Restoration Group the best and sets us apart from the rest.
And I've taken a look at some of these things. It really is exciting. It's an unusual word to use for this, but it's true. So come on, we're going to take a look at some of the demonstrations Ron's got set up for us. Thanks for coming back and joining us. Once again, this is Ron with Coastal Restoration Group. And Ron, something that is a major problem is fire. These guys handle fire restoration. Talk to me a little bit about how you guys get that problem solved.
Kristen, again, the key to success here is to hire a professional. Different types of fires produce different types of smoke residue. And we guarantee to remove all smoke odors. How do we do that? Well, we use ozone machines right here. And that breaks down the odor-causing molecules, and this will neutralize up to 20,000 cubic feet. And then we have thermofoggers, which neutralizes areas that no one can get to, down to 0.03 microns. And this is an ultrasonic machine that we use to clean content. The keys to restoring water damage come threefold. Number one is moisture mapping the property. 2, extracting the water, and number 3 is the setup and the monitoring of the equipment. Let's go back to moisture mapping. This is a thermal imaging camera, and this is the best product on the market today for taking the water footprint of the damage inside your property. As a matter of fact, I really need to show you. Let's get involved with it and see what happens.
That is great. I'd love to see how this thing works. Wow, okay.
This shows the exact footprint of the water damage in any property. Well, the second key factor to this is water extraction, getting the water out of your property. We at Coastal Restoration Group understand this science, and we guarantee that we can dry your property faster, and in most cases do it without having to remove the carpet and pad.
Wow.
Think about it. When you have to remove the carpet and pad, it prolongs the job tremendously, and if you're a real estate company or a hotel owner or business owner, it affects your income with the downtime. If you're a homeowner, it disrupts your whole life the longer it takes to do the job. So there's 2 different methods to really be able to do this. Number 1 is a traditional method with a wand hooked to a truck mount unit that extracts water. And then number 2 is the extreme extractor, which is the new technology that we use today that gets more water out up front, and the more water you get out up front, the easier it is to dry down your house or your property. This is an inject-to-dry system, and it's set up in a couple of different ways. This simulating cabinets is that underneath cabinet areas, vanity areas, it's hard to get to. This is what we use to get to those areas to dry them out. We have panels and can make multiple panels to work on hardwood floors where we use negative pressure and get the moisture out of the hardwood floor.
And that's a really hard place where a lot of water damage happens. So what is this machine?
Kristen, we set this up so you can see this is a turbo vent hooked to an air mover, and what it does is it projects air into the wall cavity.
Right, because we don't get to see inside of walls, and again, this is where a lot of your water damage and lots of other things can happen where you don't see. This is really is amazing.
Let me explain a little bit about some of the equipment that we have.
Okay.
These are air movers. They move 36% more air than any other product on the market. We can stack them, and we can dry out whole wall sections. We can put them on stands and direct the flow of air. And here's our dehumidifiers. This dehumidifier will extract 140 pints of water per day. This one will extract 176 pints per day. And we have desiccant dehumidifiers that are great for drying out crawl spaces.
So is this kind of the final process? Once you've gone into a house, you've got your 3 keys, like you said. The first was finding the damage. The second is obviously fixing it. Is this kind of the final step? fixing that damage?
It is a setup of the equipment, but then we have to monitor that equipment. Some of the technology that we have hydro sensors, we have thermal hygrometers that measures the relative humidity and temperature. We have moisture meters, penetrating, non-penetrating. Those things measure the environment so that we can prove to the homeowner that we're drying them down daily.
Ron Cox and his group here at Coastal Restoration are ready to help you to do it as fast as they can so that your life doesn't have to be stopped completely, whether it's your home or your business. And they do. You said you've got the science and technology, and he's proved it to you today, and they can bring that into your home or business when you've got an emergency. Thanks, Ron, so much for being with us today, and thank you guys for joining us.